Why do teachers have implicit bias against Black students? Imagine walking into a classroom and feeling like someone is judging you without even realizing it. That's what implicit bias feels like for many Black students. It's not about teachers being mean or unfair on purpose. Instead, it's about unconscious beliefs that influence how teachers see and treat students. Our brains are wired to use shortcuts to process information quickly. When teachers face situations with unclear or ambiguous behavior, they often rely on stereotypes to make sense of it. These mental shortcuts happen automatically, without teachers even realizing it. So, even teachers who believe in fairness might still have biases they aren't aware of. Research shows that teachers tend to focus more on Black students when looking for challenging behavior. Eye tracking studies reveal that teachers often see problems in Black children even when there are none. This means they might interpret normal actions as disruptive or disrespectful because of ingrained stereotypes. Another big reason for implicit bias is the lack of cultural understanding. When teachers don't know much about Black students, backgrounds, or experiences, they may misjudge their actions or abilities. Without this cultural connection, teachers might see behaviors through a distorted lens, which can lead to unfair assumptions. Bias shows up in many ways in schools. Teachers might give Black students easier work, like worksheets instead of group projects or open-ended questions. They might also grade Black students lower on citizenship or discipline them more often. Black students are disciplined at more than twice the rate of white students, even though they do not misbehave more often. These harsher punishments can push Black students out of school and into the criminal justice system. This pattern is part of what's called the school-to-prison pipeline. When teachers see Black students as more threatening, they respond with suspensions or expulsions that can have long-lasting effects. For Black parents, understanding these biases is key to advocating for their children. Since implicit bias isn't always obvious or intentional, it's important to document patterns of unfair treatment. Parents can work with school leaders to request fair discipline practices and more culturally responsive teaching. It's also helpful for teachers to be aware of their own biases. By paying attention to who they call on, how they discipline, and how they grade, teachers can make small changes that lead to big improvements. Building relationships with students and setting high, equitable expectations can help break the cycle of bias. Knowing that implicit bias is widespread helps parents see that the challenges their children face aren't personal or about individual teachers. These issues are part of larger patterns in education systems. With this knowledge, parents can have informed conversations, push for bias training, and advocate for policies that support fair treatment for all Black students.